welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to do issue 87, 88 and 89 of our Optimus Prime build. Let's get going. Okay, so we're going to do these three issues here. We're going to need our ankle that we started, or the top of our leg, I should say. We're also going to need our blaster, because we're adding some more extra bits onto that. Like I said, I don't think that would finish just yet. And we're also going to need our base. So the base that we started a while ago, we're going to be finishing off that base today. Okay, so we're going to start with issue 87. So let's get going, because on this issue we're going to be finishing off the base in issue 87, adding more stuff to the blaster. So let's get going. So we've got it on the wider camera there. So this is what issue 87 is. So as you can see, it's the other part of the base. That, we've got loads of screws and some extra bits for the blaster. So what we're going to do is the blaster first. So we're going to put those bits away a minute, just at the side. And we have these parts just here. And we need some KP screws. So these parts here are all to do with the base. This is part of the blaster. So let's zoom up on that if we can. There we go. Okay. So first we're going to take these parts out. If we can, like that. Just like that. We're going to grab these parts here. And we've got to put them on there. Like so. Now there is a curve to one of the pieces there, so you know where that sits, that curve sits. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place that on there, so that sits across this section here, and we're going to use KP screws to do that. So 2 KP screws. Where is my screwdriver? There it is. There it is. I'll just chuck it. There we go. Okay. 2 KP screws onto this section just here. There's the first one. Just adding little extra detail onto the weapon here. And another one. Okay, so the next part is this. So this has got a half circle on it, as you can see. That's a half circle. So once again, it only goes in one way, like so. Now this has a connector on it, so I still don't think we're finished with this blaster. There's another little connector just here, so it looks like extra stuff's getting added on to him there, or unless this connects onto his arm somehow, I don't know, so it can hold it a little bit better. But that's the blaster. There we go. What we're gonna do now is go on, largen that up, pull that up a little bit, because we're now doing the base. So this is what we had previously, this one just here. We're going to flip it over because we're actually going to work on this one as well, so we're going to need this. So we started this all the way back in issue 80, and here we are at issue 87. So we connect that on like that. We're going to use AAP screws, which are here. We've got 3 screws we need there. So we're just going to connect this up. One there. And should connect up like that. Then another one. Then another one. And there goes the 3 there. You can sort of see what's going to happen now. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip that over. We're going to place that on there. And flip it back over again so we got it perfectly right. And that is going to fit on there. And then once again, we're just going to put AAP screws, sorry, all the way along there. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so we're just putting in the last one just here, like so. Like that. Okay, so back in issue 80, we got these steel beams. So we're going to have to get them out now. So there's one. And there's the other one. Okay, so there you're going to sit like that. And then that one is going to sit like that. And we're only screwing up the two ends. So the parts that we're actually going to screw now are basically these end ones. So at each end. We're not going to screw them in the middle. I don't know why, unless there's something else to go in here. Why we're only screwing the two ends. But I do believe something must go on under here afterwards, because we have all these holes. Maybe they're just support brackets, I don't know. They may very well be, but this is probably a counterweight, because I think Optimus is going to be fairly heavy. So these are probably like the counterweights. So that makes the base a little bit more sturdy, and that is some weight in that now. And there we go. That is the base. We can put his blaster on there and show you the size. So this blaster actually fits the whole length of it. The only two things left on this now is his support pole, which will go here. And as you see, you've got 3 holes here. There is an Autobot logo that will sit there. That will click on there. So that'd be nice. I've got those sort of logos, but that's where it will go. So that's the front, that's the back, and Optimus will sit just here. But that is nice. We've now got the base, which is nice, and we can sort of see the size of it. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting, but then I don't know what I was expecting, because Optimus Prime is fairly big. But yeah, it is what it is. It's nice. Okay, so that's end of issue 87. Let's move on to issue 88. One thing I didn't do was go through the issue of 87, so I do apologise. We'll go through it right now. So more of in-universe cinema one there. Then we come on to what is that one? Sorry, Our Friends Robots. Our Friends Robots. Yeah. Then we come on to Mind Wipe. He was like the bat sort of. I don't know what was he, an Insecticon or Decepticon? I can't remember here. It should tell you. I can't remember now. Anyway, well, he must be a Decepticon. Anyway, then we come on to Transformers Decepticons 2. So these are the action figures for these Transformers Prime action figures. So we've got Arachnid, Vericons. Now these were sort of like the foot soldiers, a bit like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. There was lots of them, but they were two different ones. There were ones that transformed into cars, and then ones that transformed into like jets. Insecticon, and we got Skyquake and Dreadwing, and then obviously we built up that. So I do apologise. So we're going to move on to issue 88. Once again, we're talking about the cinematic universe there. The human factor for Transformers. Then we come on to Blur. He was a favourite for a lot of people. Transformers Beast Hunters. So Transformers Prime moved on, and it moved on to something called Beast. So it was still Transformers Prime, but it was Beast Hunters. And they did a toy line as well to incorporate that. You got Shockwave, Dark Steel, and Skylynx. That combined it looks like. And then we're on to Predaking. and he was like the dragon figure. And this is what we're going to do now in issue 88. So, like I said, we do need... There's not a lot to do. We're just fitting some panels onto the upper leg there. So let me undo all this. Was that it? No, there is still something hidden. It's hidden. Up here. There we go. Okay, no screws. That's good. I'm going to pull all that out. We've got this bit here. Okay, so we've got these two sections just here. We've got these two little holes. So that first panel is going to go, I think it just sort of sits on. It goes in the same curve, so it just pushes on like that. So that sort of sits on like that. Then we've got the bigger one. So once again, that is going to sit on those three holes. So you've got those three holes there and those three holes there. So that is going to sit on, if we can, like that. There we go. Making sure that it's connected properly. Then we're going to take this part just here and we're going to push that part into there like that. That just sort of sits in. Just push it down. Bring over our leg like so. This one here is going to sit on this lower panel section. If I hang on a sec. Yeah, okay, so those two holes just there. You've got two pegs and that is going to sit like that. And this one is going to sit on here. So you've got those two pegs and that one, you've got those two three there. So this is going to sit just on there. I'm bulking it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Just like that. And that is the end of issue 88. So that's what that should look like at the end of issue 88. So let's move on to our last one, issue 89. Take a look at the magazine. Okay, so let's take a look at the magazine. Once again, we're going through the Transformers cinematic universe here. And then we've got the God Jenna, is that? So that's when the human Optimus Prime. Yeah, just leave that there. Then we come on to Ape Face. You know, that says it all. Transformers Rescue Bots. Now, Rescue Bots was a preschool Transformers series. So this was for little kids, sort of from 5+ basically. So this is very much the cartoon design, the storylines were very small, and yeah, it was aimed at the smaller preschool kids. And here we go, we're going to go through all it now. So here's all the characters. You can sort of tell it by the animation, it's more childlike. They did a lot of action figures for it though, and as you can see, we are building the tyre just there in this issue, so we're not going to need anything that we've had previously. So what we're going to do is we're just going to build up the tyre. So I'm going to do that now. We're going to cut away. I'm just going to pull this open. And here it all comes. And pull this tyre off. So that's like that. I've got some screws, because we are going to be connecting some bits up. So the first thing we have to do is obviously connect these two sections up together. So I'm just going to put them together. We're going to use some IP screws. This is what the IP screws are for. And then once we've done this tyre, it gets put aside. We'll use it later on in the build, but we're just going to screw these up. And then obviously we've got to try and get the tyre on the rubber, or the tyre onto the rim, I should say. What have I just said? Right, okay. So this is one of his top tyres, if you remember rightly. I think the peg is actually on the leg. I've got the leg just here. So, yeah, it's going to sit there. We're not going to put it on there yet. Okay, next what we've got to do is, it says, now I remember before when I had awful trouble trying to get these on before, it's to sort of squeeze it like that and then push it up. But I remember what I actually did was, like you would with a real tyre, you should have to sort of dig at it to get it on. It's going to be one of them jobs, isn't it? It doesn't say about softening it up or anything like that. It sort of shows you have to sort of pull it down like that. But what I will do is I'll just stretch it, so I'll just get that under there. There we go. Now watch me struggle now. Right. As soon as I push it up, it should. Now what you would do in a car thing is, I can't remember. Do you know what? It's that long ago. I can't remember how I actually did it before. You could soften it up, but it's a tight fit if it's like this. It's just, there we go. Once you start sort of there we go. There we go. There we go. Just like a proper tyre. Brute strength and a bar. Or they were the days. Being a mechanic and everything. There we go. Put it on tyres. There we go. Got there in the end. Look at that. We got there. Okay. Next. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this in here. So it doesn't matter which way it goes in, just that it goes in. And then this goes over the top. So with this over the top tyre section, you can see where the grooves are. And that is where the spike sections sit. It's all about just putting it on like that. So that sits like that. Now, I did say I wasn't going to, but I am. I'm going to put it on here for keepsake. Now, it does just pop on and off. It is a ball joint. So it does just pop on and off, but that's where it will sit. So I might as well put it on there for now, and then obviously I can pull it off when need be. But that is obviously where it sits. And that will sit on the outside, so it sort of sits like that. Like this. So that's the top section. So there'll be another joint here, but this is the bottom tyre near the knee joint, just there. So anyway, that is it for issue 89. Okay, so that is issues 88 and 89 all done. Brilliant, fantastic. We've now got the base, and you can sort of see now. So there it is next to my head, because that is the measurement of choice that we will go with now. So there it is. It's, look at that. It's bigger than my head. Can it fit on the top of my head though? But it's huge. It's massive. I'm gonna have to find a place to put that. And then obviously we've done a bit of work on the leg here. So we put these panels on and this wheel. So like I said, not much to do in those ones. But as always, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you click like, subscribe. We will catch you in the next video. But until then, take it easy. Have a nice day. And we'll see you at the next one. Take it easy, guys.
Tune into the channel. Nexus is the name. All the hardest content. You'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement.